Here on CNN, we are taking a look at the growing global influence of China. Western brands are scrambling for market share in the world's second largest economy. After 120 years in business, the American sweet maker Hershey says China is the perfect spot for its first product launch outside the U.S. The company is introducing a milk candy called Lancaster to China's $1.2 billion confectionery market. That is a big number. The new product is based on a traditional Chinese favorite. Let's bring in Hershey's Senior Vice President for Global Sweets and Refreshment, Stephen Schiller. He joins us live from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Stephen, great to have you. I have to say you have one of the best titles out there, Senior VP of Global Sweets. I love it. Talk to us a little bit. I mean, China is sort of the holy grail for so many consumer companies. Presumably, you've learned from others who've gone there who have sort of failed to tailor things to the local taste. What did you do? What did Hershey do that made you decide to launch this brand new brand after so many years?
Thanks, Maggie, and thanks for having me. This has been a really interesting process. We've been working on the Lancaster launch for about 2 years now, and we actually started, as you would imagine, with what we understand from a more Western standpoint, with more caramel-oriented approaches, and we quickly found that that was really not where the Chinese palate is. And so we started tapping into local consumers, local culture, local suppliers, to really understand what the milk candy segment is all about. And as we got into it, the functional elements of a milk candy were very different to what we had anticipated, and we set out to create something that made sense really for a Chinese consumer.
And it's so new. If you're wondering why we're not seeing pictures of it that we can all drool over, it's so new. I realize that we don't have any around. But I do have this, and I want to ask you this as I haul it into sight. This is a little gem we picked up in the Times Square store that so many tourists, including a lot of Chinese tourists, go in. And this is sort of that ubiquitous brand. I'm wondering, do you risk diluting this? By introducing a brand new candy, or can you do both? I mean, is the new Lancaster going to replace the traditional Hershey when it comes to the Chinese market?
No, it's actually very accretive to the whole business model. So from a consumer standpoint, the chocolate consumption happens very differently from the traditional milk candy consumption. And so what's great about this as a product is it is going to add new consumption occasions for our total business model, and in fact will allow us to excite and delight Chinese consumers, not just in chocolate, but in multiple other segments, and now it's going to be in milk candy. So we're very excited that this actually